All right, welcome back, folks, to Wannaroos channel. As I mentioned in a previous video on upcoming projects, one of the things that I wanted to do was on a 300 Blackout rifle I had was replace the basically the whole lower and kind of build up something new. And at the time when I built that rifle, it was my first build, and I kind of thought, well, let me just go and do kind of a budget build. At that time, Palmetto had kits that were like, you know, dirt cheap, practically giving them away. This was in the good old days of 2016 to 2019. And you know, I figured like if I, you know, went that route, I'd make my mistakes on my first build and just kind of, you know, use that as a learning process. And I already kind of knew as you go through this process, you're probably going to upgrade and look at different parts down the line and all that sort of thing. So with that gun, that was that AR lower. It's an Anderson lower receiver, and then basically the rest of it was a Palmetto State kit that I put it all together with. So anyways, I had gotten some of these ATI lowers, and they're about $20 more at the time than the Anderson lowers. The fit and finish on these looks a little bit sharper than the Anderson lowers. And one problem I had with the Anderson lower, which, you know, maybe, you know, I don't know if it's the lower's fault or if it's just the parts I was using, but I kept having an issue with the trigger pin walking out. And I did get an anti-walk pin for it, and it just didn't, you know, it worked better, but usually over, you know, a period of time, it would start to kind of walk out or move around again a bit more. And you'd see it kind of start to pop out from the side. So at some point I'll come back to that lower, and I know there's different parts and solutions out there for it, and I'll look at that again, but it's not going to be a priority for right now because I want to build this one up. So anyways, I've got this ATI lower, so that's going to be the base of what we're going to do here. Then the other thing is that, of course, right now everything is totally insane. So the world's lost its mind. And of course, the Biden administration is out there. They want to basically ban everything pretty much and do all this crazy stuff. Of course, it's always legal gun owners who follow the rules and follow the law that are always under attack, while they basically let the criminals run loose as much as they want. But that's another story. But anyways, so to build this up, the next thing is that obviously a lot of parts out there. There's parts out there, but it's one of those things where it's kind of hit and miss. And so in this case, I ended up with a stock that's a different color than the grip, but I'm kind of like, hey, whatever, so what? So for the stock, I've not used one of these Magpuls before, one of these Magpul stocks, so I think we'll try this out and see how that works, you know, and, you know, yeah, you know, Magpul stuff, from my experience, are pretty decent. So I'm going to end up, I think, with a black grip. I can't remember, a black grip and FDE, flat dark earth stock. So, hey, whatever. Who cares? You know, I can always slap some of that Rhodesian paint all over it or something. I don't know. And then we have our Aero Precision. Now, lately, I don't, you know, this is one of those things. You always hear all this different stuff from all these different people out there online, you know, different companies and stuff. Aero Precision, so far, I've heard, you know, pretty good things about. And a lot of people like their stuff. So they had these at Brownells. They had these enhanced lower parts kits. So the FedEx man actually just dropped all this stuff off. So that was good. All these parts from Brownells. So we have our Magpul Grip. I've not have I used Did you use one of these before? Maybe. Probably. Yeah, that other gun. Yeah, that has a Magpul on it. Anyway, so I figured I'd try one of these. I'm still kind of looking for an AR grip out there that works for me. And so probably I'm going to build up some other lowers and try some different grips. You know, I'm not beholden to one thing. And one of the things is with that A2 grip that comes with a lot of these kits and stuff that has that finger groove. I think it's kind of like with the deal with like the Glocks and all that with the finger grooves where, I don't know, sometimes it just doesn't work for your hands. So that A2 grip, I don't know, it's okay, but it's not like my favorite. So anyways, comes with a Magpul grip there. I think it's the MOE grip. So we'll try that, see if we like that. And then the fire control group kit, all the different parts and stuff. And then some of the base lower parts kit, so different, all the different springs and all that stuff, and the levers and stuff. And then what looks like we have the pins for the lower, pivot pins, whatever you call them, and the mag catch and all that stuff. So yeah, so we'll try these parts and see what we think. You know, a lot of times with some of these parts and stuff is, you know, Aero Precision, they probably have, you know, their qualified source or whatever, and they say all this stuff is made in the USA, so that's good. I have heard like there's a lot of low-end AR parts out there. They're like made in China and stuff, and you know, I'm sorry, but I'm just not interested in having, you know, Chi-Com parts in my AR. So, you know, these are apparently made in the USA. All this stuff is made in the USA, so that's good. That's what I want. So we'll see how they work, and hopefully they do good. And so I'm hoping for good things. Then the next thing was the buffer tube assembly that I got from Brownells. And so the one thing I noticed with this is that the threads look real sharp and crisp. I actually ran into on the Palmetto kit, the buffer tube that came with it was just crap. And now I can't even remember what the problem with that one was. But anyways, this buffer tube looks pretty good. So we'll try that out and see how that goes. So now I got to remember how to put together an AR lower receiver because I haven't done it for a couple years. So I'm going to have to figure that out. But anyways, folks, so that's what we got going on here. So we'll probably do some more filming and then eventually take this out and test fire it and all that and see how things go. So hope you enjoyed the video. We got a lot more coming up, so stay tuned. I got one of those Polymer 80 setups, so looking forward to learning how to build my own pistol. And so that should be fun. All right, folks, have a good day, and thanks for tuning in.